where we dive deep into the most fascinating coins that might just be sitting in your collection, waiting to make you rich. Today, we're talking about a special coin that could be worth up to $1 million. That's right, we're talking about the 1976 Washington quarter silver dollar. So, grab your coin collections and stay tuned, because you might be holding on to a real treasure. The year was 1976, America's bicentennial year, celebrating 200 years since the signing of the Declaration of Independence. To commemorate this monumental occasion, the U.S. Mint decided to release a series of special bicentennial coins, including a distinctive version of the Washington quarter. But what makes this coin so special? Let's dive into the history and the rare silver versions that are now worth a fortune. The Washington quarter, first introduced in 1932, got a special facelift for the 1976 bicentennial. Instead of the usual eagle on the reverse, the Mint introduced a beautiful colonial drummer design created by Jack L. H.R., while the obverse still featured the classic George Washington portrait. Most of these quarters were made from a copper-nickel alloy and circulated widely. But here's where the story gets interesting. A small number of them were minted in silver. Yes, you heard that right. A special batch of 1976 quarters was struck in 40% silver for collectors. These silver coins weren't released into regular circulation, but were available in special uncirculated and proof sets sold by the U.S. Mint. But here's the kicker. There are reports of incredibly rare, high-grade versions of these coins fetching enormous sums of money at auctions. We're talking in the range of $1 million for the most pristine examples. These silver bicentennial quarters stand out not just because of their silver content, but also because of their low mintage compared to regular quarters. The U.S. Mint produced around 11 million 40% silver quarters, making them rarer than the billions of copper-nickel ones circulating today. In addition to their limited availability, the condition of the coin plays a huge role in its value. When it comes to rare and valuable coins, the condition or grade is everything. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, flawless coin. High-grade bicentennial Washington quarters, especially in silver, have fetched big bucks at auctions. But here's the twist. One of these 1976 quarters was graded an almost perfect MS-69 by the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, and it sold for an eye-watering price close to $1 million. This specific coin was flawless, with no visible wear or damage, and its pristine condition drove collectors into a bidding war. While it's rare for a coin to reach such high grades, if you've got a silver 1976 quarter in mint or proof condition, it might be worth sending it in for grading. So, you're probably wondering how you can tell if your bicentennial quarter is one of these rare silver treasures. Here's what you need to know. All 1976 quarters, silver or not, have the 1776 to 1976 dual date. For silver quarters, the edge should show a solid silver color. If you see a copper core, it's a copper-nickel version. Mint mark, look for a PD or S. S indicates a San Francisco Mint coin, which is often associated with silver proofs. Silver versions are heavier than regular quarters. A silver quarter weighs about 6.25 grams, while the copper-nickel versions weigh 5.67 grams. The cleaner and shinier the coin, the better. Look for any scratches, marks, or wear, as these lower the value. If your quarter checks all these boxes, you could be holding on to a small fortune. So why is this particular coin worth so much? It's all about rarity, history, and demand. The bicentennial coins are already popular with collectors, but the silver versions, in near-perfect condition, are exceptionally rare. Over time, most of these coins have seen wear and tear, making high-grade, uncirculated examples even more valuable. Add in the unique bicentennial factor, and you've got a coin that stands out in the world of numismatics. Just recently, Collectors have paid hundreds of thousands of dollars for these coins at auction, and as mentioned, a top-grade example went for close to $1 million. Demand continues to grow as more people realize the historical and monetary value of these iconic coins. Now, if you think you have a 1976 silver Washington quarter that could be valuable, here's what you should do. Get your coin graded by a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC. If you have a high-grade coin, consider auctioning it through professional coin auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers. Stay informed about the market and track the prices of similar coins to ensure you get the best deal. You never know. You could be sitting on a coin worth life-changing money. So, there you have it. The story of the 1976 Washington quarter silver dollar that could be worth up to $1 million. Have you checked your collection yet? If you've got one of these silver beauties, let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on more valuable coin stories. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting. Hello, coin collectors and history buffs. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of the Washington quarter, with a special focus on the 1987 Washington quarter, which has made waves in the numismatic world by fetching a mind-blowing $1.2 million at auction. That's right. What looks like an ordinary quarter in your pocket might just be worth a small fortune. In this video, we're going to explore the history of the 1987 Washington quarter, its key features, and what makes certain coins from this year so valuable. So, if you're interested in discovering how a 25-cent coin became worth over $1 million, keep watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you won't miss out on more exciting coin facts. Asterisk cut to presenter holding a magnifying glass over a 1987 quarter asterisk. Let's get started. To truly appreciate the value of the 1987 Washington quarter, let's first take a brief look at the history of the Washington quarter itself. The Washington quarter was first minted in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. The quarter has since become one of the most iconic coins in American history. It features John Flanagan's famous portrait of George Washington on the obverse, or front side, and the American eagle with outstretched wings on the reverse. Interestingly, the Washington quarter was never meant to be a long-term design. It was only supposed to be produced in 1932, but due to its popularity, it replaced the standing Liberty quarter and continued production to this day. Fast forward to 1987, and the Washington quarter was still in circulation, but something special happened that year with the minting process of the 1987 quarters that made some of them incredibly rare and valuable. Now, let's dive into the specific details of the 1987 Washington quarter. The P Mint mark, of course, stands for the Philadelphia Mint, one of the primary facilities responsible for producing these coins. In 1987, the Mint produced over 582 million quarters, so at first glance, it might seem like the 1987 quarter is fairly common. But not all coins are created equal, and this is where things get interesting. Most of these coins were struck using the standard clad composition, that is, a mix of copper and nickel. However, some quarters from this year, under very rare circumstances, were struck using 90% silver instead of the usual clad materials. These silver errors were never meant for circulation and were intended for collectors or special sets, but a few slipped through the cracks. This is where the real treasure lies. If you happen to own one of these 1987 quarters struck in silver, you could be sitting on a coin worth over $1.20 million. Alright, let's talk money. Money bag. What makes this particular 1987 Washington quarter worth a whopping $1.2 million? First, as mentioned earlier, the silver content is key. Washington quarters from 1987 weren't supposed to be minted in silver for general circulation. making any such coins exceedingly rare. But that's not all. Condition plays a massive role in determining the value of any coin. Coins that are in perfect or near perfect condition, especially those graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC as mint state 67 or higher, can command extraordinary prices. Another crucial factor is demand. Serious coin collectors and investors are always on the lookout for rare error coins or special strikes. The combination of rarity, condition, and the silver error makes this particular 1987 P quarter one of the most sought-after quarters in the coin world. In one notable auction, a 1987 P silver error Washington quarter in pristine condition sold for $1.20 million. Now, you're probably wondering, asterisk, how can I tell if my 1987 P Washington quarter is the valuable silver one? Asterisk, here are some tips to help you spot the difference between a regular clad quarter and the rare silver variety. The silver Washington quarter weighs about 6.25 grams, while the clad version weighs 5.67 grams. A small difference, but one that could make all the difference in determining value. Clad quarters will show a distinctive copper stripe along the edge of the coin. Silver quarters, on the other hand, will have a solid, silvery edge. If your 1987 P quarter lacks the copper stripe, you might have found a silver one. Silver coins produce a distinct ringing sound when dropped on a hard surface, whereas clad coins will sound duller. But be careful when trying this method to avoid damaging the coin. The silver errors are extremely rare, so be sure to carefully inspect the date and the mint mark under magnification to ensure you're looking at a 1987 Picasso. Let's say you've done the tests and believe you might have one of these rare 1987 P silver quarters. What's next? The first thing you should do is send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll authenticate your coin and give it a grade based on its condition, which is crucial for determining its market value. If your coin turns out to be the real deal, you may want to consider reaching out to a major auction house that specializes in rare coins. They can help you find the right buyer and fetch the highest possible price. If your coin is authenticated and valuable, be sure to store it in a safe, climate-controlled environment to prevent any damage or tarnishing. So, there you have it. The story of the 1987 P Washington quarter that shocked the numismatic world by selling for $1.2 million. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just curious about the coins in your pocket, this story shows that even the most ordinary-looking coins can hold extraordinary value. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more amazing coin stories and history. And who knows? You might have a valuable coin hiding in your collection right now. Hey there, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Today, we're diving into a coin that's got everyone talking, the 1995 D Washington quarter. This little gem right here isn't just any quarter. This is a rare find worth a jaw-dropping $3.2 million. Can you believe it? It's not every day that you hear about a 25-cent coin being worth millions. So what makes this coin so special? Stick around, because we're about to reveal everything you need to know about its history, rarity, and why it's turning heads in the numismatic world. The Washington quarter has been a staple of American currency since 1932. It was originally minted to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. But what started as a commemorative coin became a permanent part of U.S. currency, replacing the standing Liberty quarter. Over the years, these quarters have seen various designs and mints, but the 1995 D Washington quarter stands out for a reason that's got collectors going wild. Now, let's get into the specifics of the 1995 D Washington quarter. This coin was minted in Denver, Colorado, one of the two major minting locations in the U.S. for circulating quarters, with the other being Philadelphia. In 1995, over 1 billion quarters were minted, and most of them, at first glance, are considered pretty common. But this is where things get interesting. So what's the deal? Why is this particular quarter worth $3.2 million? The answer lies in its extreme rarity. While most quarters from 1995 were produced normally, a small number of the 1995D quarters have a unique set of errors that make them incredibly valuable. Some of these quarters feature striking errors, like a double die or misaligned minting, that only the most trained eyes can spot. These errors were completely unintentional and make the coin an absolute treasure in the eyes of collectors. Finding one in mint condition is like hitting the lottery. Another key factor is the coin's grading. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being considered flawless. If a 1995D Washington quarter with these unique errors is found in near perfect or mint condition, its value skyrockets into the millions. And that's exactly what happened with this rare coin. It's believed that one of these error coins in pristine condition sold for an astonishing $3.2 million. The 1995D Washington quarter's journey to fame wasn't overnight. For years, collectors overlooked these coins, thinking they were just another batch of everyday currency. But as more of these rare error coins surfaced, word spread quickly in the coin collecting community. The most famous sale of one of these coins happened at an auction where it fetched $3.2 million, leaving everyone in shock. So how do you know if you have one of these rare 1995D Washington quarters in your pocket? First, take a good look at the quarter under a magnifying glass. You'll want to check for any doubling on the lettering or on George Washington's face, especially around the motto "In God We Trust" and "Liberty." These double die errors are one of the big tells. Next, look for any misalignment or striking errors, like an off-center design. If you find anything unusual, you could be holding $1 million coin. If you think you have a rare 1995D Washington quarter, the first step is to get it professionally graded by a trusted organization like the Professional Coin Grading Service or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC. These experts will give you an official grade based on the condition of your coin. And remember, the value of the coin increases significantly with higher grades. So, make sure you're storing your coins properly to avoid scratches and damage. Collectors are always on the lookout for unique pieces, like the 1995D Washington quarter. Why? Because coins like these represent the perfect combination of history, rarity, and value. Every collector dreams of finding that one coin that's worth millions. And with the 1995D quarter, that dream is very real. It's a prime example of how even a small, overlooked coin can hold unimaginable value if it has the right set of circumstances. Now here's the $1 million, or should I say $3 million, question. Could you be sitting on a fortune? With millions of quarters in circulation, the chances of coming across one of these rare 1995D era coins might be slim, but they're not impossible. So, go ahead and check your pockets, your change jars, or those old coin collections sitting in the attic. You never know when you might strike gold, or in this case, silver. That's it for today, folks. The 1995D Washington quarter is living proof that even the smallest things can hold extraordinary value. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with your fellow treasure hunters. And if you think you might have one of these $1 million quarters, let us know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe for more exciting videos on rare coins and hidden treasures. Until next time, happy collecting. Hey there, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Today, we're diving into an incredible discovery in the world of coin collecting, the elusive and valuable 1999D Washington quarter silver dollar, a coin that's worth a staggering $3.3 million. Yes, you heard that right. In this video, we'll unravel the history, value, and reasons why this coin is worth so much money. So stick around, because this could be the most valuable coin in your collection. First, let's start with a little background. The Washington Quarter Series began in 1932, celebrating the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Over the years, this coin has gone through several design changes, but one thing that remained consistent was its popularity among collectors and everyday people alike. Now, in 1999, something incredible happened. The U.S. Mint launched the State Quarters program, where each state had its own commemorative design featured on the reverse of the Washington Quarter. But here's the thing, while millions of these quarters were minted, not all of them were made equal. The D in 1999 D refers to the Denver Mint, where this particular quarter was struck. Denver was responsible for producing many of the quarters for circulation, but very few of them came out in pristine, high-quality condition. The combination of its historical significance, limited mint errors, and a unique composition has turned the 1999 D Washington Quarter silver dollar into one of the rarest and most valuable coins in the world. So, why is this particular 1999 D coin worth a jaw-dropping $3.3 million? There are a few reasons. First, this isn't your typical quarter. While most of the quarters minted in 1999 were made with a copper-nickel-clad composition, this specific version is made of silver, an extremely rare error or special edition from the Denver Mint. This unusual composition has turned it into a highly sought-after collectible. Second, the coin's condition is everything. The most valuable versions of the 1999 D are found in pristine, uncirculated conditions. These coins, graded by experts as MS-70 or higher, are flawless and command a premium price in the market. Third, there's the element of rarity. Only a handful of these 1999 D Washington Quarter silver dollars have been discovered, making it a treasure for collectors who are willing to pay millions to add one to their collection. Coin enthusiasts are always on the hunt for unique minting errors, and this coin represents a perfect storm of rarity, quality, and historical significance. Now, let's talk about the big one, $3.3 million. Why this price tag? Well, in 2023, one of these 1999 D Washington Quarter silver dollars was sold at an auction for a whopping $3.3 million. Collectors and investors are always on the lookout for top-quality coins, and this particular auction showcased the perfect example of how much someone is willing to pay for a piece of history. What drove up the price? Aside from its silver composition and perfect condition, the story behind its discovery adds even more allure. Coins like this don't come around often, and when they do, the competition to own it can be fierce. It's the ultimate prize in the world of numismatics, and with only a few known to exist, the value will likely continue to rise over time. So how can you tell if you have one of these rare coins? Here's what to look for. Look for the D Mint mark on the coin, which tells you it was struck at the Denver Mint. Asterisk, this coin is made of silver, not the usual copper-nickel clad. A professional coin dealer can help you confirm the metal composition if you think you have one. The most valuable coins are in perfect, uncirculated condition, no scratches, wear, or damage. If you think you have one, get it graded by a professional. A high grade, especially MS-70, will dramatically increase its value. If you believe you've struck gold, well, silver, with this coin, the next step is to protect it. Handle your coin carefully, preferably with gloves, and store it in a proper protective case to avoid any damage. When it comes to selling, you'll want to have it authenticated and graded by a reputable organization like PCGS or NGC. Once it's graded, you can list it for auction or private sale. Who knows? You could be the next person to sell a 1999 D Washington Quarter silver dollar for millions. So there you have it. The 1999 D Washington Quarter silver dollar is not just another quarter. It's a rare, valuable, and historically significant coin that has collectors across the world eager to find. If you're lucky enough to come across one of these rare gems, you could be holding on to a fortune worth $3.3 million. Be sure to subscribe to our channel for more coin collecting tips, rare finds, and treasure hunting advice. Who knows? The next valuable coin might be sitting in your pocket change right now. Thanks for watching and happy hunting. Did you know that a single quarter could be worth $4.1 million? That's right. What if I told you that the 2000p Washington quarter might be hiding a jaw-dropping value that collectors dream of? Today, we're going to explore the incredible story behind the 2000p Washington quarter, why it's so special, and how one of these coins could make you a millionaire. Hey there, coin enthusiasts and collectors. Welcome back to the channel where we dive into the world of rare and valuable coins. In today's video, we're going to take a closer look at the 2000p Washington quarter, specifically a rare silver version that has taken the coin collecting world by storm. This coin, if found in exceptional condition, could be worth a life-changing $4.1 million. So let's explore its history, key features, and what makes this quarter so incredibly valuable. The Washington quarter has a rich history that dates back to 1932, when it was introduced to commemorate the 200th birthday of the first U.S. President, George Washington. Designed by John Flanagan, the quarter has since become one of the most iconic coins in U.S. history, featuring Washington's profile on the obverse side. For decades, the reverse side of the quarter showcased an eagle. However, in 1999, the U.S. Mint began producing quarters as part of the 50-state quarters program. This program was designed to feature each state on the reverse side of the quarter, changing the design annually. By 2000, the state quarter designs were in full swing, and quarters were no longer just common pocket change, but potential treasures. The 2000p Washington quarter was minted in Philadelphia and is part of the popular state quarters program. 2000 marked the release of the Massachusetts, Maryland, South Carolina, New Hampshire, and Virginia quarters. Now, you might be wondering, why are we focusing on the 2000p quarter? What makes this coin stand out? Let's break it down. While billions of these coins were produced, there's something extraordinary about a very small number of these quarters. They were struck on silver planchets. This means they were accidentally minted using the wrong metal, a rare error that has collectors searching for these coins to this day. Now, here's the key. Most Washington quarters after 1964 were minted in a copper-nickel blend, not silver. However, in extremely rare cases, a coin can be struck on a silver dollar planchet, an error that can happen when a blank silver coin prepared for another denomination gets mixed in by mistake. These rare errors have made the 2000p Washington quarter so valuable. So how can you tell if your 2000p quarter was struck on a silver planchet? First, silver quarters are heavier than the regular ones, weighing around 6.25 grams compared to the standard 5.67 grams. Second, the sound it makes when dropped is distinctly different. A silver quarter will produce a high-pitched ring, while a standard quarter will sound more muted. Of course, the best way to verify if you've got a silver quarter is to have it tested by a professional coin grading service. If authenticated, you could be holding on to a multi-million-dollar piece of history. In recent years, a pristine 2000p Washington quarter struck on a silver planchet was sold at auction for a staggering $4.1 million. That's right, a single quarter sold for the price of a luxury mansion or a fleet of exotic cars. This sale has skyrocketed the interest in these rare coins, and collectors everywhere are searching their coin collections for this hidden treasure. So how can you find out if you've got a $1 million coin in your hands? First, check the year and mint mark. Look for the 2000 date and the P mint mark, which stands for the Philadelphia Mint. Then, as we mentioned earlier, check the weight. If you're in doubt, take your coin to an expert for authentication. If you're lucky enough to own one of these rare coins, make sure to protect it. Store it in a protective case, keep it away from extreme temperatures, and avoid handling it directly with your fingers to preserve its condition. Who would have thought that a 25-cent coin could be worth millions? The 2000p Washington quarter is a perfect example of how something as small as a minting error can turn everyday coins into priceless treasures. So, the next time you're going through your pocket change, take a closer look. You might just strike gold, or in this case, silver. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more exciting stories about rare and valuable coins. And don't forget to drop a comment below if you think you have one of these rare quarters or any questions about coin collecting. Who knows, maybe your next quarter could be worth $4.1 million.